Congratulations on making it through level 1. You are on to 2E notes, which is the beginning of level 2, which is really the last new part, which isn't even that new, before you start correcting your pre-assessment and then moving on to your summative assessment. So let's get started. So if you notice up here, you don't have to write these, although you can if you want, but we have those proportions from earlier where we have percent over 100 equals part over whole. But now we're going to transition to, from word problems, we're actually going to go to what looks simpler but is a little harder, is when it's more of a phrase. So word problems with percentages, they utilize this special language to help lead you towards how to solve the problem correctly. And so we're going to learn the lingo. And so if you look on the right side of the screen, I have percent over 100 still, because a percent is always over 100. That is just a given. But instead of saying part over whole, we're not going to be able to interpret that as much in the way we did in the real world problems. So we're going to use this keyword of like is and of. So you'll see what I mean in a second. So let's go ahead and start with this first section, and you can start filling in your notes. I'll scroll down so you can see. So the part is, so that is over of that I was telling you about. The is like the part. Okay, is equals part. So you have this problem. 18 is 90% of what number? So you can see my example here, so go ahead and start setting it up. So I automatically knew 90 went over 100. Always the percent goes over 100. That's just a given. So then when I look, it says 18 is. So it's giving me that part that is. And like I said up here, is over of. Is the part, kind of like we did over here, the part. So is goes on top, which is 18, because it says 18 is. And then it says of what number? We don't know. So that's the part we're leaving blank and trying to find. That's the missing number. So we can either look up and down or across like we have been with our proportions. And I notice going from 90 down to 18, we're dividing by 5. So we divide 100 by 5. And we get 20. And kind of makes sense. 18 out of 20, 90% is a fairly high percent. So 18 should be pretty close to 20, just like how 90 is close to 100. So that makes sense. Okay, so that's when we're trying to look for the whole or the of when we were given the is. So now the of is the whole. So when we're looking at that is over of, it's like part over whole. The of is the whole. Okay, so this is like the opposite of what we just did. So 17% of 200 is blank. I know I have the answer there because I already did this for you, but is blank. That's the part we're trying to find. So the way I started setting this up, again, do the percent right away. It's a given, so put it over 100 right away. Then it says of 200. So I'm going to put 200 on the bottom because it's the of, and we're looking for the is. So now that I have that set up, I can see that going from 100 to 200, I'm multiplying by 2, so I do the same thing to the top, and I get 34. Okay. So last one is just putting it all together. That is over of. So again, that percent over 100 equals is over of. You may want to write that one down, just like how we wrote down percent over 100 equals part over whole. That's what you use for real world problems. The is over of is what you use for percent phrases, I like to call them. So this one says, what percent of 25 is 16? Well, this time we don't know the percent, so we're going to put blank over 100. And then it says of 25, so I'm going to put that on the bottom, is 16. So it goes on top, is over of. So I'm going to work from right to left this time, and I see that 25 times 4 gives me 100. So 16 times 4 gives me 64. And I need to put the percent sign this time because that was the part that was missing, was the percent. For these, since it wasn't a real world, I didn't have to put a label. I just got to write the number, but since it was the percent, I had to give the label this time. So now what I want you to do is pause this video and go on to the bottom part of your notes here where you have some practice, and using these skills that we just did up here, I want you to try these 4 problems. When you think you're ready, unpause the video, so press play, and then watch to see the answers that I'm going to explain here in a second. So go ahead and pause your video and then check your answers when you're done. Alright, I hope you paused your video. I'm going to talk briefly through each problem. If you need to go back and take a closer look at the notes, feel free to rewind. But this first one was 15%, so right away I put it over 100 because I know percents are always over 100. It said of 600, so I put 600 on the bottom because of goes on the bottom, and is what we're looking for. So I went across. 100 times 6 gives me 600, 15 times 6 gives me 90. Okay, and notice how you can write your answer in the proportion if you want, but then you got to make sure you circle it or rewrite it. I chose to just rewrite it so you could see which number I was looking for. That made it a little easier for you to check maybe. But when you're doing this, if you want to fill in the proportion, that's fine. I just have to have you circle or rewrite your answer, because otherwise I don't know which number is your answer. Okay, so what is 25%? So this one, what is 25%? Put it over 100 right away. Of 60. So 60 is on the bottom because it's of 60. So to go from 100 down to 25, I divide by 4. Did the same thing on the other side. Got 15. This third one, 30 out of 60 is what percent? So I don't know the percent, so blank over 100. Now I know it doesn't say is next to 30, but it says 30 out of 60. So I know 60 goes on the bottom, and 30 must go on the top then because we don't know the percent. Okay. So we've got, to go from top to bottom, 60 divided by 2 gives us 30, 100 divided by 2 gives us 50, and it's percent because that's what we were looking for. Last one, and if I'm going too fast, feel free to pause, rewind, do what you need to do, or change your color to red or yellow if you are having a little trouble and need me to explain this further. So we've got 20 is, I'm putting that on the top, 80% over 100, 80 over 100, of what number? So we don't know, we're looking for this. I'm going across, 80 divided by 4 gives me 20. 100 divided by 4 gives me 25. That's my answer. So you have a few practice problems. Go ahead and give those a shot. You do need to check those with the answer key when you are finished or as you're working on them. And then you should be moving on to your corrections on your pre-assessment after that. And then you're on your way to that summative assessment. You got this? If you need any help, please change your color so we can help you. Not just me, but your peers as well. Good luck!